Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Agent Psycho. This video, I'm giving you guys a quick review of the Phoenix's MG21E Steel, which is the newest variant of the MG21E machine gun family. Now, I do apologize for not being able to get this review out earlier because the Phoenix MG21E Steel is actually a machine gun that came out with the last patch, with the last update. Not the most recent one, but 2 patches ago, as an addition to the Mist M Plus case when they first came out with the Phoenix set. This is the NX rare weapon that kind of completes the Phoenix set, just like how the NX rare weapon, the Snake T2, which I didn't mention in the Snake T2 review, but the Snake T2 is the NX rare weapon that finishes off or tops off rather, finishes off, that's kind of weird, but it tops off the Snake set of weapons and gear, whatever, in Common Arms, and kind of like the Snake T2, the Phoenix MG21 Steel is kind of like its set counterpart, if that makes any sense. So whatever. In any case, let's get started on the review. So the Phoenix MG21 Steel costs only 8,800 NX for 30 days. No, just kidding. That's just a mistake that's been made by the Combat Arms wiki. So if someone would like to change that, that'd be great, because there is no cost to this. All you can do is just pay 2K NX per Mist M case and hope that you pull it out of the case. And in which case, pun intended, the chances of you getting the Phoenix MG21 Steel on the first try is probably second to just basically virtually zero. So, yeah, it's very, very rare, as it should be, because it's a very good variant of the MG21E, or the original MG21E. So, moving along, the background information all covered, hopefully. Let's go into the stats. The Phoenix MG21 Steel will be comparing its stats to the original MG21E, the one that's available for GP purchase. The damage on the Phoenix MG21E is at a 51. This is a 3-point increase over the 48 damage that the original MG21E has, and already that's already a really good improvement. Typically in Combat Arms, you have to understand that any increase to damage is very, very good. It's like, even if you buff a damage rating by, let's say, at least 2 points, it makes that variant, in my opinion, worth it, unless they nerf it in other areas so hard that it kind of, like, cancels out the damage buff. But in any case, damage buffs are usually what you want to have in variants of other guns, because Combat Arms, you can kill people really fast in Combat Arms. So maybe not as fast as another arcade shooters like Call of Duty or whatever, but in Combat Arms you can still kill people really, really quickly. And because of this, any increase to damage is always welcome, because you can kill them even faster. What do you know, right? Everyone wants to kill people really fast with their guns, and being able to do it faster is always a welcome thing, right? So the Phoenix MG21E enjoys a 3-point bonus. Not only that, not only did it get 3 points of damage over its original GP standard variant, but also keep in mind the MG21E had a 48 damage rating. That's already a really, really high damage rating for weapons in general, because you can easily 2-shot people if you shoot in the back, and it's a very strong 3-shot kill field, very, very good range, because machine guns, they have really good range in this game, just like in Call of Duty or whatever. But for the Phoenix MG21 Steel, because its damage has been buffed over 50, that means that you can 2-shot people at close range. Yeah, you can 2-shot people at close range. What more do you want? Because that makes its time to kill, the Phoenix MG21 Steel's time to kill, very, very fast, because you can 2-shot people up close instead of having to put in 3 bullets to kill people. So yeah, I mean, 51 damage, you can't really argue against that, really. So there you go. The portability on the MG21E Steel, or the Phoenix MG21E, has been increased from 32 of the original MG21E to 35. So that's also another big buff there. It's 3 points more portable. Again, because it's still a light machine gun, you're still going to be running around pretty slowly in it, or with it equipped. But it's 3 points portability, so you can definitely notice it. It might not be the biggest difference in the world, especially because, like I said, it's still a machine gun. But hey, it's still a little bit faster. You can definitely feel it. The rate of fire has been not changed at 80 rate of fire, so it still maintains its. I want to say this is quite average for machine gun rates of fire if you take a look at machine guns in general. In my experience, in my personal usage of the Phoenix MG21E Steel, it doesn't really fire any faster, or I don't see anything spectacular about the rate of fire of the Phoenix MG21E. So there you have it. I guess it's pretty average. Not that I say it's bad, but you know, it's just run of the mill. Accuracy has been increased from 60 to 62, meaning that, you know, I guess your hipfire is a little bit more accurate, I suppose. And it does seem like the Phoenix MG21E steel does hit its targets much more frequently than the original MG21E does. So, you know, that's a good thing, and I attribute that to its to the 2-point increase to its accuracy. Recoil has been nerfed. Well, I should say buff, because the damage actually, the recoil is actually a bad thing. So for the lower you get, the better it is. The recoil has been reduced from 72 to 70 over the original MG21E steel. So any amount of recoil that, or any amount of recoil that you can shave off, you know, is always going to be a good thing. Especially because 70 recoil, no matter what gun it is actually a lot of recoil. And given that this is a machine gun, it's understandable, but still. You know, machine gun, because machine guns tend to have a lot of recoil already, having a 70 recoil on top of that is not really good. So, or 72 rather, with the original MG21E steel, so, or MG21E. So the fact that the Phoenix one has a 70 recoil is a lot better, even though it still has a lot of recoil to begin with. Other than that, everything else about the Phoenix MG21 steel is basically the same with most other machine guns. You know, it doesn't come with a sight, so obviously you can't put one on it because it's combat arms. You can't put a suppressor on it either because, you know, I guess they don't let you. You can only change the magazine modification on your Phoenix MG21 steel. Again, because it's a machine gun, it starts with 100 rounds in its belt feed magazine and another 100 round belt in reserve. Though I personally don't feel like there's a need for any magazine modifications because 100 bullets is a lot of fucking rounds. So hey, I mean, if you feel like spraying a lot, then you know 100 rounds you should really need more than that, really. Unless you want to go around with the fast loader mag, in which case you know you can do that too. But honestly, the reload isn't too bad on the Phoenix 20 steel, to be honest with you. So yeah, I mean that's all I have to say about the Phoenix 20 steel. All around, it's, you know. Typically, Combat Arms likes to buff machine guns a lot because, or if you notice the variants that Nexon has been putting out for like assault rifles, submachine guns, and machine guns and whatever, for each category of weapons, you'll notice that the machine guns get a lot of love when it comes to Nexon making variants of, you know, machine gun types. And the reason for that is because, you know, machine guns aren't really popular weapons, and you know most of the people just use them for fire team and whatnot. But Nexon, I guess, is trying to encourage the use is trying to proliferate the use of machine guns, I guess, so to speak, when they put in new variants of it, because you know not once do you see like a purely cosmetic variant, or they haven't put out a purely cosmetic machine gun variant in a really long time, and you know, it's just always you see a lot of good stats or a lot of good improvements to machine gun variants, whereas other gun types like assault rifles and submachine guns, especially, even if they make epic variants, it's like, oh, they only get 1 point increase in damage, and maybe they get an extra clip of ammo, and that's really about it. They call it epic. So hey, I mean, just take it for what you will. The Phoenix MG21E steel overall is a really good machine gun. I mean, when I did the MG21E like family of reviews, I already praised it for being one of the better machine guns for PvP combat, not, you know, used for fire team, not just used for fire team. It's overall a very good machine gun. So the fact that they came out with the Phoenix one, that's, you know, that has 3 points more damage, 3 points more portability, 2 points more accuracy, and 2 points less recoil. Hey, it's by far the best MG21E variant out there right now. And if you really like the MG21E steel or the MG21E, and you like all its variants, or you just like the GP rare or GP standard machine gun, and you're interested to see how well the Phoenix does, I really recommend that you try to you buy a couple missed end cases and hope that you actually get it out of there, because it's a really good machine. If you're a big fan of the MG21E family, then you'll definitely like this one. And I actually, surprisingly enough, usually I'm not really a big fan of using machine guns in just Elan games or whatever, or you know, PvP combat, but I had a lot of fun with it when I was recording footage for this review. So hey, I really like this machine gun. I'm totally fine with, you know, using this on a regular basis. I only have it for 7 days, but I don't intend to renew it. But I don't have any problem with going around using this gun. I might not do well with it, but it's really fun. So yeah, if you guys get the chance to use this machine gun, by all means, go ahead and use it. And if you get your hands on it, I guess consider yourself lucky. Unless you're not a big fan of machine guns, then in that case, it's whatever. Not a lot of people like machine guns anyway. But if you're a machine gun fan, this is probably one you should, try to get, because it's really fun to use. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and this is the end of the review on the Phoenix MG21 Steel. The next review is going to be on the new Max's R870 MCS shotgun, so please look forward to that. So, I'll see you guys until then, so thanks for watching.